Shalom and welcome back to Submission is Her Posture. I want to share something with the Akiyot that comes to this channel, and you are encouraged to apply the words of encouragement that you receive through this content. I want to share some with you today. As I was speaking with Abaya, he began to open my eyes to see, and my mind to understand, that we have to see Yahusha. When I say see him, we have to see him beyond the stake. We have to truly see Yahusha for who he is in the eyes of the Father, beyond the words that are on the paper of the scriptures, and to see him in Ruach and in truth, because Yahusha is the only way. As the scriptures are written, he is the way, he is the truth, and he is the life. I say beyond the stake because it's so easy to get wrapped up in just that concept. I'm not saying forget what he did at the stake. I'm not saying forget what led to the stake. But what I am saying is see him in the essence in which the Father created him and established him and made him capable of doing. And the reason this is so important, because there's a scripture that says, the people worship me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. There's another scripture that says they have a form of godliness, but they deny the power. So when we only look at Yahusha from the stake, or the things that led up to the stake, or we look at the miracles, the signs, and the wonders that he did, when we stop there, when we see him there, versus going on to faith, to faith, to faith, from esteem to esteem. When we just stop there at the stake, or what's written, and we don't get to know him in the essence of who Yahuwah created him to be, then we never experience the power of Yahuwah. We never experience the transforming of the mind. We never experience the ability to have our hearts worship Yahuwah. Yahuwah created us to worship him in Ruach and in truth. But when mankind fell, so did the heart, so did the mind, so did the will. When we stay in this fallen state, so does the mind, so does the body, so does the heart, so does the will. And a person can be doing a bunch of things, but in the end, they will all be vain, because they are not doing these things unto Yahuwah from a pure heart. And so the only way to become pure again, to become upright again, to be seen by the Father as righteous, to be seen by the Father as a son or as a daughter, is through Yahusha HaMashiach. We can no longer just take on the form of looking like we're a son or a daughter, or looking like we're following Mashiach, or talking like we're following Mashiach, but the works of the Ruach HaKodesh by the hand of the Father declares they're truly sons and daughters when the seal of approval, when the justification in Yahusha HaMashiach has been made complete in us, and it is confirmed in the Shamayim by his Ruach HaKodesh dwelling inside of us. By this sign, the Shamayim and the hosts thereof, the Malachim, the messengers of Yahuwah, by this sign they know that we are truly followers of Mashiach, and we have come to know Yahuwah and Ruach in truth. But until this process is completed, we are like builders of a home who build in vain, Or we are like watchers who stayed up all night to watch, but we have watched in vain. And these are they who will stand before the Father, and he will say, depart from me, I knew you not. So I pray that this is encouraging you. Get before the feet of the Master to lay down your will, to surrender all, to let go, and let everything else fall apart. A lot of our issue is we're still holding on, even if it's a small portion, even if it's a crumble of dysfunction. We're trying to hold on to this because it's the last thing that is stable, and that is the deception. The only stable thing is the Father through his Son, Yahusha HaMashiach, in the extension of his Ruach Kodesh. This is the only thing that is stable. This is the only thing that is firm. This is the only thing that is true. This is the only thing that is good. So I encourage you to let it all fall apart, and you fall down and bow yourself before the King. Shalom, shalom.